and participate in today's afternoon's event. I am Anu, and as the eldest granddaughter of PC Cherian, I have the honor of being the master of ceremonies for this evening's event. We'll start with a prayer song. I request all of you to stand up. A big thank you to the daughters and daughter-in-law of Shri PC Cherian and the women of our Padinjarekara family. Today, we are here to commemorate the legacy of a freedom fighter, a businessman, a maverick politician, a wonderful husband, a father of 8, and a grandfather of 17, PC Cherian. A versatile figure, a master of all trades with myriad passions in life, but most of all, his passion for life. Appachan, if he was here today, would be celebrating his 100th birthday. I would like to call upon my uncle, Baluchayan, to come and welcome this august crowd.
My present duty today to welcome all the honored guests and the speakers. We have today an array of speakers from various fields, which is a reflection of the multifaceted personality of Appachan. He was many things to many people, and nobody could really analyze him or fathom the type of person he was, including me. First of all, I'd like to welcome Dr. Mr. Babu Paul IAS. He is like an elder brother to us. And Appachan was very much friendly with him. And he was always used to say that Babuchan used to say that Appachan was a very humorous person, which really pleased Appachan. So welcome, Babuchan, to this function. Next, of course, Sri Chandi. He had a long association in politics, cooperative movement, and many other fields with Appachan. He was a union leader of factories where we had several occasions to interact with him. I personally too. I found him very smart. His mathematics, arithmetic was absolutely fine. You can never fool him with percentages. When it comes to labor negotiations, he was very practical. He knew exactly what the management was willing to give and at what point the labor will agree. And he was very insistent on productivity linked wages. So previously the unions will ask simply exorbitant wages and the business will collapse. Whereas he was very practical in implementing productivity linked wages in our factories. I remember once when he was finance minister, he was our union leader also. So we had a long strike in our factory for about 3-4 months. So he used to come every weekend, he used to meet at the Hotel TP for discussions. So one day he came at around 11 o'clock at night and I and the union leaders were discussing and he was sitting in the chair and sleeping. At 4 o'clock it woke him up after the final agreement was reached. He got up and we gave the figures. Immediately he came to his head, correct, so 13% up, 18% down, whatever. Immediately agreed, let's go ahead to the deal. So his principle is, he used to tell me, Vodake aavu odikkedu. That is a common statement which is very useful. Don't be too rigid, so don't break the relationship. And I was very much involved in the Kerala Footwear Manufacturers Association and I had occasional meeting for our association's work. For many things like sales tax, VAT, VAT, so many other things. And we had some disparity in sales tax with other states. So when I used to approach him in a union, he was very sharp, very quick. He used to call the secretary, he would say, give the same rate as other states. Don't give even 1% more than the other states. So within 1 or 2 days he's implemented. So I found him a man of action. And if he's given a chance, he will bring the state to much higher heights. I'm sure about that. He is a person, Machandi is a person whom we can never meet alone. We can never have one-to-one conversation with him because he's always surrounded by people. So one may think that he normally comes on weekends to Pudupalli, his house. So if you try to meet him at 5 o'clock in the morning in Pudupalli, without exaggeration, I've been there many times, there will be at least 500 people waiting a queue. Now, earlier it was a kind of people rushing in and trying to meet him. Now he has implemented a queue system where he stands like this, not facing us, so that nobody can break the queue and meet him. So one day before the queue system started, I went for one of these problems, and he saw me, and because of his affection for Appajan, he asked me to cut the queue and asked me to meet him in a private room. It so happened it was a bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, and about 10 people rushed into the bathroom. So he said, "Devate or atyavashyam parayana." Take a look, sir. Take. So what do you say? So Appajan and Machandi were allies. They don't turn into rivals in politics, but they had mutual respect for each other. And Appajan used to tell me, for the practical, helpful, and decisive approach of Machandi in every matter. He used to meet him several times for cooperative matters and other things, and he was very appreciative of Machandi. When Appajan passed away, Sri Machandi came to our house with a Congress flag and requested us to drape the coffin to the Congress flag. So we said, he's now a Janata Party member. So he said, for us, he has always been a congressman. And he draped the coffin to the Congress flag. I remember that. So I welcome you, sir, to this meeting. Now, Justice Kelly Thomas, he has been a family friend to us for several decades. He was also a member of the Congress Home, and he was a strong opponent of the emergency. So those days, it was very risky speaking about against Indira Gandhi or Sanjay Gandhi. And I remember he making open speeches, bold and fiery speeches against Indira Gandhi and Sanjay Gandhi in the 1977 election campaign. Those days nobody dared to do that. Many you were present for that. So welcome you, sir, for the function. Next in line, sorry, not in line, not in order, just Dr. Cyril Thomas. He has been a regular visitor to our house. He was a favorite of Appleton. He was the youngest member of the AICC at the age of 26. And Appleton and he used to have intellectual discussions on many topics. ചിലപ്പം മദ്യനിർവഹണമായിരിക്കും സംസാരിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ചിലർക്ക് അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് എതിർപ്പുണ്ടായിരുന്നെങ്കിലും ഞങ്ങൾ അത് കേട്ടോണ്ടിരിക്കുമല്ലോ. വെൽക്കം and he is forward to Anjali's book which will be released today. Next is Sri V.N. Vasavan. എന്നെക്കാൾ ചെറുപ്പമാണെങ്കിലും വാസവൻ ചേട്ടൻ എന്നാണ് വിളിക്കുന്നത്. He is a rising star of the Communist Party of India, Marxist in Kerala. And I know him from 1977 because he was in charge of Appleton's election campaign against Women Gandhi in 1977. In the Pudupalli, he was in charge of the Pudupalli office. So we used to meet him every day campaigning against Women Gandhi. And he is a man of, he is a brilliant character, exercise confidence, strength in appearance, words and words like this. Always he is dressed like this. And we had an occasion to invite him for a bridge tournament in the Kottayam Club. So he came, the Kottayam Club president, pretty a complicated game. The Kottayam Club president inviting himself, bridge is a very complicated game. He may not be understanding this game. So Sri Vasan, when he came to inaugurate, he said, ഈ കളി എനിക്ക് വലിയ പരിചയമില്ല, പക്ഷേ ഇതിലും വലിയ കളി ഞാൻ കളിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. So I invite you to the function, sir. Next is Hiraju Radhakrishnan. Everybody in Kottayam knows him. I don't have to say much about him. But his association with Appleton started when he was a student leader at Wesleyan College. And he is known as the development man of Kottayam. As you can see, so many better roads, bridges. Although Kottayam is still crowded, is much better now and is going to get even better in the next 4 years. He is so popular that he won by the biggest majority in the history of the Kottayam constituency last election. Dr. Jose Chaco.